today we're going to talk about recovery. So a lot of questions about, should I feel this achy? How do I reduce the aches? A lot of questions like that, so we'll answer those today. So because you write most of the training programme and you know the amount of recovery that's needed in between each session, someone asked, how can we be more aware of how we're recovering and if we're getting better at recovering in between the sessions?
How to be more aware of it. So that would start with how long you're aching for after sessions. Like realistically, 2 days, maybe still feeling it after 3, depending on sort of where you're at in the programme, is the most you want to be aching. Like the aim of the sessions that we do in club are to train enough to progress, but obviously enough to recover from as well, which means we don't want to be aching for like 4 or 5 days at a time. If you are, then we need to be going back to sort of looking at nutrition, sleep as well, and things like that are going to help aid that recovery. If they're all on point and you're still not recovering quite enough, then we might just need to just taper things back a little bit in the sessions and in the programme. But the way in which the programme are written, it actually factors in recovery every like 4 to 6 weeks anyway. So there should be, if it's a 6-week programme, the first week is almost like a lower volume, which means lower sets and reps, allowing enough time to sort of adapt and recover. Second week we'll step it up a little bit. Third week we might step it up a bit. Fourth week there might be a little bit of a drop in intensity, and then it'll go back on like that. So that's how sort of we program the sessions. So there might be weeks where you are really aching. That might be the start of a new program where we're doing some different exercises, but it also might be sort of towards the end. So from that point of view, you don't need to worry too much about the programming, but you just need to be more aware of how long you're taking to recover from the sessions, and then just keeping, obviously we'll do this as well, but keeping tabs on your progress as well. So if to start with, your progress might fly up, it might taper off a little bit. As long as it starts to go back up again, then that's what we're looking at. If it starts to dip, then that might be a case of recovery as well. So we might have to look at certain ways that we can improve recovery that way as well. So in short, that is how to be more aware, is literally just keep tabs of how long you're taking to recover from sessions and how your progress is looking as well.
Yeah. I think a good way to think about that as well is just, if you wake up the next day, just always think, could I train today if I wanted to? Like, how do I feel? Because you want to train with an aim of training every day, but you don't need to train every day. It's just that knowing that, okay, I'm able to, I'm a little bit achy, but I know that I could train as well. So if you feel like, oh my God, I cannot move, then you know it's a little bit too much. So just keeping a tabs on how often you feel like you can't ever train on that day, which hopefully have reduced to when you first started.
Hopefully. And then how to improve your recovery. I've touched on it quickly, but I'll let G go into a bit more detail on.
Yeah, so you can go back to look at any other videos for reference of this as well. But sleep and protein really help. Protein, 30 to 40 grams in each meal, just getting it from those main sources. Sleep, looking back or forwards at the sleep video that's out this week. That's what I was saying about those.
Was it sleep recovery? Yeah, to be fair, I've covered programmes, rest days as well. This is something that is important. So realistically, you want to be aiming for 3 to 4 as a maximum sessions in the gym. That is more than enough for you to improve, get stronger, get fitter, and do all the things that you want to do. 3 to 4 sessions is enough. Outside of that, obviously I know at the minute a few of you are going through some bigger challenges. They always want to be a bit of a short-term thing. Obviously we've done it for 4 weeks. I know some of you are doing it for a little bit longer, but we still need to factor in rest days, as in complete days off, where we might do a walk and some mobility stuff, and that is it. That's going to be where your body actually gets stronger, it builds muscle, and it sort of repairs itself to actually adapt to the training that you're doing at the minute. So rest days are as important as training days. Well, yeah, they go hand in hand, but making sure that they are getting them in so the body is recovering is a big thing.
Say that little quote.
Yeah, you go for it.
So I saw a little quote and I really like it. Is that building muscle actually occurs in the days off. Because when you're training and you're using your muscles, you're almost like breaking them down, you're creating tension, you're putting that mechanical stress on your body and it's breaking it down. It's only actually when you're resting them, then they start to grow and get stronger and repair. So as much as we feel like we're getting stronger by going to the gym, it's actually the days off in between that's when we get stronger. So make sure that you are getting, like you said, the days off where you're just going for a walk and maybe doing mobility, because then when you next go to the gym, you'll then be stronger to then perform.
I think that's recovery pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a case of listening to your body, and then making sure we're ticking off the basics with protein, sleep, rest days, and recovery.